Hi, I'm Michelle Book, CEO of the Food Bank of Iowa. I'm often asked, what is the role of a food bank? Well, in a nutshell, the Food Bank of Iowa provides nourishment for food insecure Iowans when times are tough. It's our responsibility to procure nutritious food, much of it free and reduced cost, keep it safe, and deliver it to smaller frontline agencies across our 55-county service area, who then take it the very last few feet and hand it to their neighbors in need. Collaboration and commitment are at the core of everything we do. Food Bank of Iowa teams up with over 600 partners to fulfill our shared vision of a hunger-free Iowa. We provide food for pantries located in churches, community centers, schools, across central Iowa and those affiliated with DMARC right here in Des Moines. We source food for group meals in homeless shelters, halfway houses, daycares and community centers, in cities and small towns, all the way up to Minnesota, down to Missouri, and over to Illinois. I realize it's hard for some to believe. Food insecurity is real. Not all Iowans have enough to eat. Too many kids rely upon USDA-provided meals when school is in session. More than you realize, parents go without so their children can eat. And countless seniors forego breakfast and dinner to pay for life-saving medication. So many families living in poverty are forced to decide between feeding their family or having a roof over their head, keeping the house warm, and taking their children to the doctor. At Food Bank of Iowa, we don't believe hardworking Iowans should be forced to make these tough choices. Food Bank of Iowa cannot meet this need alone. We count on others to pitch in. We count on loyal volunteers to sort donations, repackage food, and assemble bags of food, which will be tucked into elementary school children's backpacks on Friday afternoons. We count on generous donors to help procure much needed food, keep the lights on, and fuel our trucks. We count on passionate friends to talk about food insecurity and help build awareness. And we count on scores of committed partners to serve people in need within their very own communities. Thank you for your support. In the past, you provided much needed food, funds, and hours critical in our fight against hunger. Food insecure Iowans need you now more than ever. Even a small donation can make a big difference. At Food Bank of Iowa, every dollar donated delivers 4 meals. The 40 meals provided by just a $10 donation mean a lot to a family who would otherwise go hungry between paychecks. We know they can count on you. Thank you for being part of the passionate Food Bank of Iowa hunger fighting team. To get help or to give help, please visit foodbankiowa.org.
So here at your shift today, we may ask you to lift some pretty heavy boxes. So I wanted to go over real quick the proper lifting form to lift up something off the ground. So you want to bend over and you want to keep your back straight and your knees bent and lift with your legs. You're going to grab it, make sure you got your back nice and straight. And if you can't keep your back straight when you're lifting it, the box may be too heavy for you, so feel free to ask for help. And then you're going to lift with your legs, keeping that back straight all the way up. And if you're setting it back down, it's the very same concept. Back straight, knees bent, putting it down. As we're opening packages today, you may need to use a box cutter to cut through the tape or packaging. So, I want to go over a few tips to stay safe when using a box cutter. The blades are very sharp. We want to make sure we're using the least blade possible so it doesn't slip or break and cut you or someone else. So, if you're cutting tape, less blade the better. So the thickness of tape, very thin. You don't need a lot of blade to get through there. So we're going to be about here. If you want to cut cardboard, you may need a little longer blade, just so you're getting through the whole piece of cardboard. So about that thickness of blade would be good. And remember to always put it away when you're finished using it. Another thing to look out for during your shift today will be heavy machinery. We'll use electric pallet jacks, forklifts, and manual pallet jacks throughout the shift to move pallets. These pallets are thousands of pounds, so even though it seems easy, They're very heavy and can do a lot of damage to your ankles. If I happen to honk my happy horn, that is not to be rude, it's just to let you know that I'm in the vicinity. So, please don't be offended. And if I honk and you hear it, just freeze where you're at and I'll let you know if you need to move. We may ask an adult to use a manual pallet jack during the shift. If we do so, we'll train you at the time. Lastly, and most importantly, use common sense. If something seems dangerous, come and ask a food bank team member for help. We want you to have a great time, so if you follow these rules and guidelines, we'll get a lot done and have a great time doing it.